Okay, headed towards the petroglyphs. Petroglyph panel. Here's International Man of Mystery on Petroglyph Beach. Just hiked up to see the petroglyphs, took some photos. Now getting ready to actually get in the kayak and start the way down. He dropped me off at Petroglyph Beach. It's about 10, 11 miles up from where I'm going to disembark and then head up to Valley of the Gods. But we'll see if this is as much fun as I think it's going to be. I got a pretty good idea it is. There's my gear. Put it on the personal flotation device. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you got my day pack, got the kayak, oars, and life jacket. And we're going to put this in the water here. And we're going to head down this way. Just around the corner is the start of Horseshoe Bend. And here we go. We're at the start. Up ahead is part of the bend of Horseshoe Bend. Probably if you zoom in, you can see some little rocky structures on top. We go around the curve, you're actually going to see people looking down at us. So just really, really neat. National Man of Mystery, the very stylish Tilly hat, the Ray-Ban Meta sunshades, and here we are. We're floating down the Colorado River. Absolutely amazing how shallow the water is here. I think it's deeper on the other side. That seems to be the channel that the boats are dropping people off on. And now this actually right here is that knob you see, or the horseshoe part that forms the bend. I always wonder what it looked like from down here. And up ahead, I probably am not going to get down this river very quickly if I stop and take so many photographs. Up there's the rim, and you can see people looking over the guardrails down below here. And we are rounding the turn of the horseshoe. So cool. And actually it's kind of neat. The bugs that you see actually aren't biting. They're just some sort of midge. Thank goodness they're not the biting sort. You can see why people die when they fall off that thing. This is why I retired right here, to do this sort of thing. Talk about a really, really great way to spend the day. I am going to have to start paddling more and photographing a little bit less, so if I'm going to make it down so I can get to Valley of the Gods this evening. But yeah, this is just absolutely incredible. Definitely will have to come back. I think, Aura, you would really, really like this. Riley Coleman. Yeah, I think we got to do a family river trip. National Man of Mystery, styling the Tilly hat and the Meta Ray-Bans. Just hanging down right below Horseshoe Bend. Absolutely a surreal experience, especially after looking at that print for so many years. That makes it kind of neat. And I think we've maybe, if we've come a mile, I'll be surprised. What also was amazing is just how shallow the water is. Take a look at this. There's a little better shot of the people on the ledge up there, looking down and marveling at the people below them who are kayaking. Horseshoe Bend's a really neat place. Yeah, I can see the little outhouse up there where you can camp. So what an experience that would be, to camp down here. And it looks like it gets the morning sun, so that's even better. Going downstream is really nice. I can just sit back and film. Do a little course correction every now and then. But enough about the river. Let's talk about me. I think definitely we'll have to get a pack raft. Maybe 2 pack rafts. Maybe a tandem pack raft for Ora and I, and a single pack raft for me. Or maybe I'll just get the tandem and maneuver it. This is just a lot of fun. And you can come back here and camp, they say, for up to 14 days. God knows what you do for 14 days up here. And there's that knob. I'm sure it has some sort of official name other than the knob. I always remember thinking it might be kind of fun to camp down in this area. And you can, really. There's lots of designated campgrounds. I think there's some pretty close by here. So we're just gliding along. The river current's about 3 miles. They say the river's down quite a bit now, and it's also a lot warmer. Typically it goes maybe 48, 49 degrees, but it's up to 70 now. And one last look at Horseshoe Bend's rim. And then that'll be all the footage of that we'll see for a while. Well, until I come back again, which is a definite at this point in time. There's a little duck. There's actually have wild horses that we will hopefully get some footage of. And we're just kind of passing under Horseshoe Bend, headed downstream. And I can hear one of the ubiquitous motorboats. I wish only I would be brought up by a motorboat and everybody else had to, like, you know, get up some other way. Because it really kind of detracts from the overall ambiance of everything. But still, it was sure nice getting up here in a half hour. And now I can float down over a 4 or 5 hour period and just kind of relax and chill. There's the boat. Oh, we're gonna have that wake. I remember I used to absolutely love riding the wakes. It was chill and let the gentle swells take us away. Boats passing. I've been out here messing around for about an hour or so and I've just gotten past Horseshoe Bend. I am going to have to stop photographing so much and pick up the pace a little bit. Not that I have a deadline or a timeline. I just got to get to Valley of the Gods by, if I get there by 6 now. The sound you hear behind you is the Kayaking nest monster. Just chilling out, little protein bar. There's our National Man of Mystery, all stretched out on the kayak, enjoying the good life. Doesn't get any better than this. Much, much better than Microsoft Outlook or Excel or even PowerPoint presentations. And no, those are kind of hard to beat. But life is good right now. That's where we're headed. Must be about... Uh-oh, here comes one of those pesky motorboats. Really good when you're taking them up, but I don't know. I'm enjoying the wakes, I guess, a little bit. Yeah. We're down some from Horseshoe Bend, but not too much. Just enjoying the ride. Across the way, I see campers. Actually, let me zoom in on that. So they are probably going to camp. I don't know if this is campground mile 6 or 4 or something, though. And if you pan across, you can see it's actually a pretty cool place to camp. Fellow kayakers coming down the river. Everybody's going at a nice, leisurely pace. Some way, though. I've been on the river, I think before I said an hour and a half, but I think now it's an hour and a half. But this is just... Riley, I wish you were here with me. Well, one, for your company, but also it makes it a lot easier to photograph if you have somebody else guiding and paddling the boat. So I may need to recruit you and Coleman as assistants. Because ideally, I would just lay back and photograph and make incredible footage, and other people would do the hard work. Okay, I found another little nook and cranny thing to go ahead and park for a little bit. The people in the boat were just looking at this wall here that had a lot of petroglyphs on it. Let's see if we can do a really cool shot. Oh yeah, best in photographer ever. I wish they'd get rid of these damn motorboats. Man of Mystery, parked underneath these incredible cliffs, getting ready to make another run. Just really remarkable right now, though. On a lazy Thursday afternoon. Well, I guess it's still morning, kind of. Rounded that turn. This is the view we have before us. We'll go around that bend, and then we'll be somewhere in the canyon. As you can see, the water is actually very, very clear. And over the bank, it's actually kind of shallow. There's some deeper parts to it. If you go over that way, that's the deeper channel right there that the boats are using. So I'm just hanging out on the right side. I guess I better pack it up and start heading out. Well, at least around to the next corner where I'll probably have to take this out. There's the fierce bighorn sheep. These are savage predators. They show no mercy.